Hello, welcome back to my channel. I've been away for a few weeks doing things in the house and tidying my workshop up a little bit. I've also been down here to make a few of these passive amplifiers. But quite a few people want them, and I think I've made 3 or 4 now. And they're all very much the same as this, although I did make the last one for my daughter-in-law out of the mango, and it looks very nice. I'm back in the workshop, and it's nice to be in here, and I'm going to make a thing called a Baren, or Baren. I'm not sure exactly of the pronunciation of it, and it does seem to vary according to who's saying it. Anyway, it's a printer's device for pressing the paper against a lino cut or similar, and that's what I'm going to make today. It's a fairly simple project, and I hope you enjoy it, and it doesn't take me too long to make it, and I don't have too many cock-ups. I'm going to make it out of this piece of wood and another piece of wood. It's all recovered timber. This piece of wood came from the firewood store, and I think it's a piece of ash. I can't be sure, but I'm sure it is a piece of ash. And I'm going to make the handle from another piece of recovered wood from a recovered picnic table. So, let's start. I'm hoping to get 2 pieces out of this piece of wood, which is approximately 80mm long. Yeah, just under 80mm long, 75mm long. So I'm hoping to get 2 out of this. Both of the devices are about 35–40mm long. So I'll put that in there. And the first thing I'm going to do is shape this end, put a tenon on the end, a small tenon at 62mm, and I'm going to bore a 25mm diameter hole in the end here. Starting off nice and slow, bring the speed up. So I'm just over 1,000 revolutions per minute. I'm just going to true this up. This is a 1/2-inch spindle gouge. Just check these dividers are set correctly. Now 62mm. So it's not a very big tenon on there, it's only about 2mm. I've already got a Forstner bit in the Jacob's chuck. Take the speed down. .600 revolutions per minute. Right, I'm having difficulty reading the quill, so I'm using the novel method. I'm going to drill this hole about 25mm deep. Give this a quick sand. So that's okay. Yeah, 2mm. Now we're just going to check the depth of this hole. 21mm, which is fine for this. So I'm going to part it off round about there, giving me about 35mm here, 30mm, which will be fine for this. It's not a device that needs a great deal of weight. I got the idea for making this from my wife. She'd been to one of her art classes and they'd used cooking spoons, wooden cooking spoons, to do this job. And I said, I'm sure there's a device, not sure what it's called, but we'll have a look. And I decided then to make one. So I'm just going to even this face off. It's going to have a slight dome to it, very, very slight dome on it, so it helps it glide across the paper more freely. I'll round over the edge and tidy up any unevenness. Poor entry technique there. Probably a bit too much of a dome in the middle there, but it comes slightly to a point, which isn't acceptable. That's far better. That gives us a sand over now. So I've just gone from 120, 180 now through 40. It's really the bottom that needs to be quite smooth. That's better. There was some picked out grain on there, which wasn't very nice. So that's that piece done. I'll just put a bit of sanding sealer on that. I'm just going to set this aside now to let that dry. I've just got a piece of recovered timber here, which I'm going to make the handle out of. The hole for the handle was about 21mm, so I shall make this about 17. As I said, there's no force used on this. It's quite a soft motion that apparently gets used. So it's a 25mm force and a bit, but it's always worthwhile checking the diameter. It is 25mm. And there's a way to go yet before we're down to it. $10mm beading and parting tool. That's a wee bit too small, but I'll just taper this up slightly. This will be glued in. So some glue grooves. That's about the length we're going to. Bit of a cove there. I'll switch to going left-handed. not to show off, it's just how I learned to do it when I first started returning. Doing the bit that everybody's been waiting for. So, one small handle. That's going to be a nice snug fit on its own, but we will put some glue on it, and then I'll tidy the thing up. So it's just type 1 glue, nothing special. So it's not really dealing with any forces. Going to use the lathe and the tailstock to press this home. Let's get it lined up. I could have tacked this in with a mallet, I suppose. There we go. One Baren. And seemingly you use it like that to press the paper into the lino pad or whatever you're using as your source for your printing. I'll give that a bit more of a sand over by hand and put some more finishing on it. Hope you enjoyed that. Nice simple project, ideal for a beginner.